Hello, beautiful people. How are you? So good to see you. So good to be here with you this afternoon. Oh my goodness. So much going on right now, isn't there? Whew, this group. I was just compelled to really bring this and create this. The whole idea came through me one day in a bit of a rush. Not like rushing this way, but just rushing down into me. And I was just really compelled to bring this conversation forward because the work that I've done in the last 3 years has led me to two very key components, and they're they have the capacity to really cut through very quickly, but they also take a little bit of consciousness for us to consciously move towards them. And the two things are our subconscious patterns, which we all have, and our emotions. Now, our subconscious patterns, to me, is like there's us, there's the fleshy, the real, tangible fleshy part of us, and then they're sitting in front of us, about a foot in front of us, is this Casper the Ghost version of us. And that Casper the Ghost version of us is a subconscious pattern. Now, that subconscious pattern was created during an experience, or something happened when you were a kid and you made it mean something, and then this subconscious pattern was formed. And then over your lifetime, that subconscious pattern has been on this fact-finding, this evidence-searching mission to find anything that it can deflect, distract, and deny away from you so you don't feel it. So it's actually trying to protect you in some way, but it's also stopping you from getting to the part of you that holds all of these emotions, all these unexpressed, unacknowledged, unfelt, unmet parts of us. And the way through to those emotions, I believe, is to first become aware of your subconscious patterns. What are your default behaviors? What are the risks and the rewards of the pattern? What is the pain point? What's the trigger of the pattern? And when you can start to cultivate a relationship with your pattern, you have an opportunity to kind of take your pattern by the hand and say, okay, there's some emotions in there that we need to go and see. We need to go and feel them. We need to go and meet them. We need to acknowledge them. And once we do that, and you've probably already gathered from listening to Rachel yesterday, and Mel this morning, being present and presencing our emotions is the way to have them, to diffuse them, and to allow them to subside and not have them kind of take a hold of us. So it is a process. The tool I want to share with you today is an incredible tool that I came upon, and I share it whenever I'm talking about feelings and emotions. I love to share this particular tool, and it's called the Mood Meter. Now, I first came upon this tool probably maybe a year ago, may not be quite a year ago, when I found a book by a guy named Dr. Mark Brackett. Now, Dr. Mark Brackett wrote a book called Permission to Feel. It's an amazing book. I highly recommend it. He also worked with Lady Gaga to set up the Born This Way Foundation. A remarkable man. He's a professor at Yale. He's a supremely intelligent dude. But his story around feelings, his feelings, came through his childhood where he was bullied and his parents really didn't understand. And he had this Uncle Marvin, and his Uncle Marvin one day asked him, "How are you feeling?" And for the first time in his life, he felt that he received this permission to feel. And through the work that his Uncle Marvin did, he was able to learn how to understand his emotions, create a relationship with his emotions, and build a relationship with the part of him that was expressing those emotions. And of course he went on to, as I said, to become this professor and you know, create this amazing framework. Now inside of the book there is a framework that he has created called the Ruler Method. Now I'm not going to go into that today. RULER. It's an acronym. It all stands for something. But what I do want to share with you today is a tool that you can use. You can either use it via an app, and I will put the links below this live for you so that you can see the book, Dr. Mark Brackett's book that I'm referring to. You can see the link to the app. Now I need to tell you the app is $1.49. I'm not an affiliate for the app. I just think the app is really cool. Now you can use the tool I'm going to share with you today by using the app, or I'm also going to share with you in the comments once I've hit live a little chart that will help you, you know, run your fingers over to help you identify the specific feeling that you're experiencing as well. So it's an amazing tool, and many people that I've shared this tool with, Mel, who spoke today, is in fact one of them who has used this tool so powerfully and is now helping her children, her two boys, use this tool to not just identify the umbrella emotions, and I'll speak to that in a second, but to pinpoint the exact feeling, and then also understand what's going on for them right now that could be something that their subconscious pattern is using some default behaviors to distract, deflect, or deny dealing with. So it's a very, very powerful tool. So I'm going to run through it with you now. If you have any questions and you want to ask me about it, please reach out. This will go out into the email this afternoon. I'm not sure that the links will go in as well, so if you listen to this on replay and you want the links, just hit reply, could I please have the links, and I'll send them to you. So that's the easiest way for me to do that. So the cool thing about this particular tool, it's called an emotion meter, is it helps you to build your emotional intelligence. So it helps you to create a relationship through this exercise to specifically recognize and label your emotions. Now, many of us, if we're asked, what are we, how are you feeling? It's either, oh, I feel really shit, or I feel really good. We're either happy or sad, good or crap. But they're kind of like these umbrella terms that we shove everything under because we haven't, and it's, this isn't taught in schools, this information isn't taught in schools. We haven't been taught how to really create this library of, this suite of tools and words and explanations and understandings to help us pinpoint our emotions and our feelings and what they specifically are. So I'm going to run through the process that we use. Now this is, as I said, if you use the app, and I'll pop the link in if you want to check it out. I'm not an affiliate. I have it. It's very handy. But you can also use the chart that I'll share with you as well. And the way he has created this tool to work is we look at two particular aspects of your emotions, right? So the first thing you want to do, the first thing is to connect to the emotion. So take a moment to connect to the current emotional experience you're having. Now yesterday I spoke about being able to identify our positive experiences and our negative experiences, and sitting underneath that will be an emotion. So tap into whatever the emotion you are feeling, and then sit comfortably and just begin to gently close your eyes and tune into your body's emotional charge. Feel what's there, feel what it feels like, because our emotions are formed from sensations in our body. We, just as humans, have become out of tune with noticing the sensations. Many people kind of go, well, I've been thinking this thought and now I feel this. But the truth is, the sensation will be present in your body first. And if you're not conscious or paying attention to the sensation, you think the thoughts come first, but they don't. The sensation will come first. We just have to tune into it. So start to feel the emotion. So sit quietly, just go to wherever it is in your body. Start to focus on it. Focus all of your attention on the physical sensations that are here in your body right now. There might be feelings of tingling, there might be feelings of agitation or anger or sadness, but allow yourself to remain in the state of the moment and observe it really carefully. Then we're going to do two things. We're going to rate that sensation. We're going to rate what it is that you're experiencing in your body in two ways. The first step is we're going to rate the pleasantness of the emotion. Now we're just using a 1 to 10 scale here. So if you've really attuned to the emotion in your body, you've really become fully aware of it's there in your body, we want to rate the pleasantness of it. So 1 would be very unpleasant and 10 would be very pleasant. Now remember, we're not looking at only the unpleasant emotions. I use this app to track my pleasant emotions as well, because as we work through this, you'll see that by tracking these emotions and feelings in our body, we begin to uncover what's real for us right now in the external world. What is the external stimulus for us to look at? And if we can start to pay attention to that and start to go, oh, that's the same stimulus that created this same effect, and it's happened several times, we can start to become really powerful and really conscious in maybe circumventing the emotion or what haven't we attended to about this stimulus? Is there something about this external stimulus that has gone unresolved? Okay, so that's what we want to be looking at. So rate the pleasantness. So that's the second step here. So the first step is connect to the emotion, feel it, connect to it in your body, bring your full attention to it. The second step is rate the pleasantness of the emotion. 1 is very unpleasant, 10 is very pleasant. Step 3 is to rate your energy levels. This is really, really important, because so often we kind of misdiagnose our low energy. So if we're walking around and going, oh, I just feel really tired, I feel really run down, I feel really flat, often the first thing we do is we go to the physical sources. I just haven't had enough sleep, I haven't eaten the right foods, I just did too much, I did too many reps at the gym, I did too many training sessions. I mean, I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's what we go to, right? We go for what's the tangible reason that I'm tired or lacking energy or feeling really lethargic. What we don't often do is correlate lagging energy with an emotion. But this mood meter will help you understand how low energy could actually be coming from a feeling or an emotion that is triggered by something that's happened that you may be in a state of deflecting or denying. And it might be something that you need to attend to in your external world to close off that loop of leaking energy, that unresolved or unacknowledged or misunderstood emotional feeling is trying to tell you. So remember yesterday I talked about how our emotions are communicating with us. So the second rating is to then rate your energy levels. So 1 would be very low, my energy is very low. 10 would be my energy is very high. I'm feeling very energized. Now, this chart that we use and that is on the app has 4 different quadrants. They're color coded, so as I said, this was created by Dr. Mark Brackett. But the way it works is you've got your pleasantness along the bottom, and you've got your energy rating along the top. And if you rated the pleasantness of the emotion as a like it might be a 4, and you rated the energy as like you might be feeling it feels very unpleasant, but you've got this anxious energy. So the energy in it might be causing a racing heart, and so the energy might be sitting at a 6 or a 7, and then you cross-reference that on the chart, and it will give you an actual specific feeling. Or I'll see if I can show you. So I'm on my phone right now because I was having trouble connecting on Facebook on my laptop today, and I didn't want to risk it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this chart round. I'm just going to get this chart up on my phone, on my laptop for you, and then I'm just going to very cleverly turn my phone around, and you'll be able to see what's going on here. Let me just get this nice and clear so you can see it. Okay, so let me just turn my phone around. Okay, there we have it right there. Now, I'm just going to try and scoot this for you. So as you can see, there along the bottom is the pleasantness rating, 1 to 10. And there on the side is the energy rating. So let's just say, for example, that I was, let me just come in here with my finger. I said I rated it as a 4. There it is there, the 4. And then I said, but I'm feeling agitated, so my energy is a 7. So if we go along to the 7 and the 4, there's the word there, if I zoom in on my little thing, is irritated. Can you see all the different words there? So isn't that amazing? I'll give you all a copy of this. Now, isn't that just so amazing? So you've gone from just feeling, I'm just feeling like really super wound up here. Oh, I don't know what it is. Oh, I'm just feeling really crappy. I'm just feeling so crappy. Using this mood meter, you are then able to hone in on, wait a second, what I'm actually feeling here is irritated. Then you do the second part of this amazing tool, which, the third part. So the third step is to review, right? Let's reflect and review this. Oops, I'm just trying to get my notes turned around. So once you can hone in on it, you can then start to go, okay, what am I irritated about? What's going on in my world right now that may have caused the irritation? Am I irritated about something at work? Am I irritated about a conversation that didn't get completed? Am I irritated about my husband and I had a fight this morning and he left and we didn't resolve it? Once you can hone in on what is the specific thing that I'm actually feeling here, it's not just the umbrella version, but let's get very detailed. Let's look at the pleasantness and the energy, and let's find what it is. And once you can then do that, you can then start to look into your day-to-day experiences and go, okay, is there something that I've got unresolved here that I need to attend to, that my subconscious pattern is trying to just distract, deflect, or deny? If you're a peacekeeper, you are not going to want to have any sort of confrontation, are you? Right? You're not going to want to have a difficult conversation. But that difficult conversation that you're avoiding could be the thing that's causing that deep down irritation, that sense of irritation, which is creating the emotion that is now flooding your body and literally sucking energy from you, sucking your energy levels. And you're walking around going, I don't know why I'm feeling like this, and I'm feeling really lethargic too. But it's something that you haven't resolved, and there's all these little moving parts there that are preventing you from honing in on it. So this mood meter is such an incredibly empowering emotional intelligence and emotional awareness and emotional relationship tool to use. So that's it from me for today, guys. What a day between yesterday and today, between Rachel and Mel and the 2 emotional awareness tools I've shared with you. Gosh, it's just been so much scope for us to really become empowered with building a relationship so that we can feel to heal many areas of our life. So there you have it. If you have any questions, please pop them below. You will get a replay of this in your email tonight. Remember, check junk, check spam. Make sure that you're getting the emails with all the replays. And I just want to thank you for being with us here on day 2, for sticking with this and being part of this really important conversation. And I will see you tomorrow. So tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow we're diving into the emotion of anger, and we've got an incredible human. They've all been incredible humans. I was very particular in sourcing and researching the people that I wanted to have speak to each of these emotions. And tomorrow we've got a gentleman by the name of Ian Hawkins, who has an amazing story to share as well, as have all of our people so far, and that will be the case for the whole week. So that's it from me for today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of the Heal to Feel emotional revolution. Thank you for consciously being part of your own emotional revolution as well. I will see you soon. Mwah.